On my mama, I'ma beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing. I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'ma show you and him. Bet.
Realize that I will be the first boxer and promoter ever in the Hall of Fame for multiple reasons, like at the youngest age. So you're actually a fucking dumbass.
I think it's ridiculous. Jake Paul's taking the piss, like he always does, just from saying I'm going to fight AJ tonight, fighting Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
Who's 100 pounds in weight lighter. 100 pounds. Weight divisions in boxing are split up, some of them, the lower weights, by 3 or 4 pounds. All I can say about Jake Paul fighting somebody half his size is he's a bully.
You won't last 6 rounds. The tension is electric as the face-off explodes into a brutal war of words. Jake Paul smirks, throwing shade as he calls Tank a little man with big talk. Gervonta fires right back, cutting deep, mocking Paul as nothing more than a showman with no real power. Every exchange drips with venom. What started as a stare down has now become one of boxing's most vicious trash talk showdowns. 2 egos colliding, neither willing to back down.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's gone from Krusty the Clown now to Sideshow Bob. It's getting worse. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's just taking a piss out of the sport, and I don't think this is actually gained much interest. The press conference was dead.
Yeah,
I noticed there wasn't many press there. It's not had a big media coverage.
Yeah.
I think people are finally realising, actually, that this is a big charade. And yeah, I think, like, I'm not
Duke McKenzie says it best. This isn't just a fight. It's a modern-day David versus Goliath with a vicious twist. Jake Paul might have the height and reach, but size alone won't save him here. Tank's explosive speed, raw power, and killer instinct could flip the entire script in seconds. Every moment feels charged, every stare laced with danger. This isn't just a boxing match, it's a storm brewing, inside the ring and far beyond eye.
Dangerous fight, because we've got a trained athlete who's 18 stone plus against a much smaller guy who really, he's not, you know, he hasn't earned the right.
Tank's disdain couldn't be clearer. This one's personal. Crawford tears into Paul, calling him a man shielded by hype and bodyguards, a showman who crumbles once the lights fade. The air is thick with more than rivalry. It's psychological warfare now. Every word cuts deeper. Every glance fuels the fire. This isn't just a fight. It's a grudge match simmering, waiting to explode.
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations,
the trash talk cuts even deeper now. Shakur Stevenson steps in, and he's not pulling any punches. He fans the flames, calling Tank's decision a flat-out insult to boxing itself. Stevenson questions Davis's true intentions, warning him about the storm he's walking into. This isn't just another fight, it's ego colliding with legacy. And with Stevenson's fiery words echoing through the arena, the face-off just got even more explosive.
Who's that over fighting with me? I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it, so if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter.
Lopez takes a step back, eyes a mix of respect and curiosity, calling this showdown nothing short of a spectacle. He acknowledges it's entertainment first and foremost, yet he can't ignore the fire it's sparking in boxing. May the best man win hangs in the air, part respect, part challenge. It's the perfect tension, the calm before the storm about to erupt inside the ring.
Tank, what do you think of that fight? Are you happy for Tank?
Great fight, great matchup. It's fun for the sport of boxing. It makes it fun, it makes it entertaining. That's what it's all about, you know, and may the best man win.
Eddie Hearn gets straight to the point. Business trumps tradition. He admits this isn't a pure boxing match, yet the spectacle is impossible to ignore. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis isn't just a fight. It's a ratings powerhouse. Hearn's words reveal the fight's double edge. Purists may scoff, but fans can't look away. Controversy is selling tickets, and the buzz is electric.
Jake Paul against Gervonta Davis. It'll probably do massive numbers.
So that's when you really have to differentiate yourself between, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it isn't going to do good business. However you want to be involved with it is another kettle of fish. I don't want to be involved with it, but I do respect the fact that it's going to do big numbers. It's just not boxing.
Frank Warren lays it bare. Tank Davis is no gimmick. He's a proven knockout artist, ending fights with world-class precision. Jake Paul may have the swagger and the spotlight, but Tank carries power that commands respect. This isn't just a test of skill. It's a fight for survival. Every round pulses with tension. Each one a potential moment where everything could change with a single punch.
Distance once, but I'm talking about with somebody who doesn't fiddle around, somebody who actually would like to get in the latter rounds and is capable of knocking people over. You know, he's a puncher.
Tony Bellew doesn't hold back. Jake Paul takes the easy route. He rips into Paul's matchmaking, calling it opportunistic and dodging true tests. For Bellew, Paul's fights are about business, not building a legacy. Yet even he can't ignore Paul's growth as a fighter. This blend of sharp criticism and grudging respect only thickens the tension, adding another layer to an already explosive pre-fight story.
Jake Paul's picking, he's going to beat. There's a reason why he doesn't want to go anywhere near someone like Carl Froch.
Yeah, or back to Tommy Fury.
There's a reason why he isn't facing Tommy Fury. He's fighting granddads, which is just wrong. I do think he's getting better. There's no point in lying. I'd like to see him face JJ KSI. I think KSI has so much ability, athletically as a specimen. If he's taught correctly, I think he'll be the best out of them.
Michael Bisping doesn't sugarcoat it. He calls Jake Paul a bully. He breaks it down in cold, hard facts, pointing straight to the massive size gap between the two. To Bisping, this isn't about skill or courage. It's about taking advantage. That physical mismatch doesn't just make the fight risky. It injects controversy into every stare, every insult, every punch thrown in the fiery buildup to this explosive clash.
He weighed in for Mike Tyson was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92 pound weight difference, almost a 100 pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's
Tony Bellew captures the madness perfectly. This fight makes no sense, yet no one can look away. Tank's smaller frame, the showmanship, the circus level hype. It all swirls into an unpredictable storm. Bellew calls it a freak show, but even he admits the magnetism is impossible to resist. This isn't just boxing anymore. It's entertainment on overdrive. The drama, the size difference, the relentless trash talk, all of it feeding one of the most controversial clashes the sport has ever seen.
Yeah, he fought Lamont Roach for it. It's insane. It's just insane. I mean, he's half his size.
He never fails to surprise us, does he, Jake Paul?
Fair play. Listen, he's a marketing genius, but when it comes to people that picking his fights, I can't get my head around it. Like, I don't know, like, what kind of freak show people are.
Lamont Roach Sr. brings clarity to the chaos. Fighters can't wait forever. He points to the hunger fueling the showdown, the kind that keeps fans on edge, craving every second of action. This isn't about waiting for some perfect matchup. It's about grabbing the moment while it's hot. That raw urgency defines the fight itself and gives "you won't survive 6 rounds" more weight than a slogan. It's not just a title. It's a warning, a statement carved in adrenaline.
You know, like, that's the fight we won, and I think that's the fight the fans won, you know, such after a great fight like that. Everybody was looking forward to the second bout, but unfortunately, things ain't lining up as planned, so we just can't sit around and wait.
Spencer Oliver brings a sharp dose of reality. Size matters. His take exposes just how wild this matchup really is. An elite smaller fighter stepping in against a much bigger showman. Oliver suggests this goes beyond sport. It's pure spectacle. His words hang heavy, reminding everyone that this isn't your usual fight night. It's a calculated gamble, not just for the men in the ring, but for every fan watching, caught between excitement and disbelief.
Chances. I think Gervonta Davis actually beats him as well. He's one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world at lightweight. But it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? It's like you got a guy of 5'5" boxing a guy of 6 foot plus. Cruiserweight, yeah, it's just all a little bit odd. I feel if they're going to do an exhibition.
The clash of opinions hits its peak as Tyson Fury steps into the conversation. and true to form, he flips the entire narrative. To Fury, this isn't just a fight, it's a full-blown spectacle. He challenges fans to rethink what better even means. Tank might rule when it comes to skill, but Jake Paul dominates in showmanship, hype, and pure business savvy. Fury's take changes everything. It's not just about the punches thrown in the ring, but about the power of publicity. And in that arena, Paul knows exactly how to win.
Someone who don't think it's a fantastic event is jealous. Who's better, at Tank Davis or Jake Paul? So, immediately, yeah, the normal layman would say, oh, Tank Davis is better. But better at what? Is he better at selling tickets? Is he better at selling stadiums out? Is he better at creating controversy? Is he better at getting followed on Instagram? Is he better at putting more eyeballs on the boxing? Is he better than him at that? The answer would be no. But is he better at him in a fight? It has to be.
Carl Froch doesn't mince words. He calls this fight pure madness. To him, it's a mismatch that borders on mockery, a spectacle that spits in the face of boxing tradition. "You won't survive 6 rounds" isn't just a tagline anymore. It's a dare, a provocation. Froch captures the controversy perfectly. Jake Paul facing a man nearly a quarter his size is absurd, yet it's exactly the kind of chaos that sells. This is where sport crashes into showbiz, where ego, pride, and money all collide. Fans are split, some outraged, others intrigued, and Froch's raw honesty only stokes the flames. The stage is set, and this face-off is about to erupt.
Legs, he's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think, but the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November. I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute...
Tony Bellew paints this fight as nothing short of a spectacle, a clash that breaks every rule in the boxing book. He calls it madness, admitting he's as stunned by the chaos around it as anyone else. Jake Paul's genius, he says, lies in his ability to sell the moment, but Bellew can't ignore the absurdity of it all. A smaller, decorated champion squaring off against a showman powered by an empire of hype. The real drama isn't just what happens in the ring. It's every sharp word and tense stare leading up to it. To Bellew, this is a freak show, but one the fans simply can't look away from. It's a collision of size, style, and strategy, and Bellew's fiery commentary only intensifies the storm swirling around this fight.
If Turhan win in Paris, which was quite nice because you're sort of tuning in for that, and it's just the buzz of it, really. At the end of the day, it's a complete addiction, boxing. We're all addicted to the sport. Me, you, everybody that's involved with the sport. We love it, and it's a big part of our lives. So I do tend to, you'd think that you would go, oh.
Jake Paul doesn't just talk. He unleashes a full-blown verbal assault. Every word drips with swagger and arrogance, turning this showdown into a clash of egos as much as fists. Calling Tank this little guy isn't just an insult. It's a calculated jab meant to provoke and rattle. Paul paints himself as the puppet master, the man in charge of the moment, the money, and the spotlight, reducing the entire fight to a game of power. "You pay me 100% isn't a line. It's a declaration of dominance." He's not just fighting in the ring. He's fighting for control of the narrative. Paul knows that drama drives the show, and he's stoking every headline, every reaction. This is psychological warfare, and Paul is all in. For fans, the stakes skyrocket, because this isn't just a physical fight anymore. It's pride versus pride, mind versus mind. The war begins long before the first bell rings.
No, I mean, listen, he'll have a lot of smoke blowing up his backside by his coaching team and people like that, but when he gets hit for real, with 10 ounce, well...
Eddie Hearn doesn't sugarcoat a thing. He hates the fight, but admits it's destined to pull massive numbers. To him, this isn't real boxing. It's a collision of business and spectacle. Hearn forces fans to confront the divide, authenticity versus entertainment. He knows purists will roll their eyes, but also that hype, drama, and controversy are what make this matchup irresistible. The real battle isn't just happening inside the ropes. It's playing out in the public's mind. And that's why, for better or worse, "You Won't Survive 6 Rounds" has already done its job. Before the first punch is thrown, It's won the war for attention.
So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You paying me?
100%, yeah.
100%. 100%.
You won't survive 6 rounds isn't just a slogan. It's a warning, a promise, and a challenge rolled into one. This fight is more than a matchup. It's a collision of skill, size, ego, and spectacle. Tank Davis steps in with raw power, blistering speed, and surgical precision. Jake Paul counters with unshakable confidence, relentless hype, and mind games built for the spotlight. Both are fighting for legacy, pride, and the right to rule the moment. This isn't just a bout. It's a battle for respect and relevance. The ring will reveal whose words truly hold weight. Fans, analysts, and critics are locked in, waiting for history to be written. So, whose corner are you in?
Massive numbers. So that's when you really have to differentiate yourself between, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it isn't going to do good business. However you want to be involved with it is another kettle of fish. I don't want to be involved with it, but I do respect the fact that it's going to do big numbers. It's just not boxing. And I don't think we should